Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel that uncovers hidden gems right from your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that could be sitting unnoticed in your old piggy bank or coin jar, the 1979 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny from the United States of America. Yes, that tiny copper coin you've probably seen 100 times could actually be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars under the right conditions. So don't blink, don't skip, and don't toss out that penny until you've watched this video to the very end. You might just discover that you're holding on to a small fortune. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the iconic portrait on the obverse has stood the test of time. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has seen several design changes, but in 1979, it bore the familiar Lincoln Memorial reverse, which was in use from 1959 to 2008. The 1979 penny might seem common, and in many ways, it is. Over 6 billion of these coins were minted that year across the Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's the twist: not all 1979 pennies are created equal. Some are extremely rare, and a few are worth an absolute fortune. Now, let's talk about value, and here's where things get exciting. In circulated condition, your average 1979 Lincoln penny is worth about 1 cent. But in mint state with no wear and perfect preservation, these coins can be worth much more. A 1979 Lincoln penny in MS65 condition, which means it's a near perfect, uncirculated shape, can fetch up to $5 to $15 on the open market. But here's where it really gets wild. Rare varieties, high-grade certified examples, or error coins from 1979 have been sold at auctions for thousands, and yes, even into the six-figure range. Let's break it down. 1979 No Mint Mark Philadelphia. These are the most common, but high-grade versions certified by PCGS or NGC and MS67 or higher can bring up to $1,000 or more at auction. 1979 D Denver Mint, also widely circulated, but again, pristine examples with full red color and no flaws can be worth $500 to $2,000 depending on demand and eye appeal. 1979 S San Francisco Mint Proof only. Now this is where it gets interesting. The 1979 S comes in two distinct types, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 1 has a filled S mint mark. Type 2 has a clear S mint mark, and it's the rare one. If you've got a Type 2 in perfect PR69 or PR70 deep cameo condition, it could be worth $3,000 to $5,000 or more. But wait, let's talk about the true unicorns, the error coins. There are some extremely rare double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and even broad strikes from the 1979 penny series that collectors go absolutely crazy for. For example, a 1979 double die obverse where Lincoln's portrait or the word Liberty appears doubled can be worth thousands depending on the severity of the doubling and the condition. Now here's the showstopper. Some reports and auctions have highlighted ultra-rare 1979 Lincoln pennies with severe minting errors or nearly flawless condition selling for upwards of $10,000 to even $80,000. In very speculative or rare cases with an extreme error, ultra-high grade, or special provenance, some coins have been estimated by dealers and private collectors at a staggering $800,000. Yes, you heard that right. But keep in mind, these are extraordinary outliers and would require PCGS or NGC authentication, plus strong market demand. So what makes these coins valuable? It's a mix of rarity, condition, eye appeal, certified grading, and collector interest. If your coin is in pristine shape, bright red color, no scratches, no wear, and you spot something unusual like a misprint or doubling, you could be holding a jackpot. If you think you have something special, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can destroy their value. Instead, store it safely and consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatics Guarantee Corporation for certification. The 1979 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it heavier than the modern post-1982 pennies, which are primarily zinc with a copper coating. Because of the rising cost of copper, even the metal content alone in a 1979 penny is worth more than 1 cent, although it's illegal to melt them down for profit. So what should you be looking for? Point 1. Uncirculated condition with full original red color. 2. Errors, doubling, off-center strikes, clipped planchets. 3. 1979 S-Type 2 proof penny. 4. Professional grading and certification. 5. Any unusual characteristics that set your penny apart? Have a 1979 penny in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know what you found. Maybe you're sitting on a coin that could change your life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more hidden treasures in your change jar. That tiny copper coin in your drawer might just be worth thousands, maybe even $800,000. Will you check your pennies tonight? Thanks for watching. Keep collecting, keep dreaming, and always remember every coin has a story. See you in the next video. My great coin lovers and treasure hunters. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, a 1-cent coin from 1981 could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars today? You might be holding a small piece of American history in your pocket, and not even know it yet. In this video, we're diving deep into the 1981 1-cent Lincoln Liberty penny, uncovering its surprising history, shocking errors, collector demand, and real market value that has left even experts stunned. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, what makes your coin special, and how you could cash in big on a coin you thought was just pocket change. Part number 1: The history of the 1981 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been an icon of American currency since 1909. It was originally minted to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and one of the most beloved figures in American history. But fast forward to 1981, and something interesting was happening at the U.S. Mint. 1981 was the final full year the Lincoln penny was made from 95% copper. In 1982, the Mint made a major change, switching from copper to a cheaper zinc composition due to rising copper prices. That makes the 1981 penny the last of its kind, a true end of an era piece, and collectors know it. Minted in large numbers across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the 1981 Lincoln penny came in different variations, but not all are created equal. Part No. 2: Coin features and design. Let's talk about the design. On the obverse side, you'll find the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, sculpted by Victor D. Brenner. Just above his head, the word Liberty appears proudly, and to the right is the date 1981. Depending on where it was minted, you might see a tiny mint mark under the date. No mint mark equals Philadelphia, D equals Denver, S equals San Francisco. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial detailed in grand, surrounded by the words United States of America and 1 cent below. The phrase E pluribus unum arches just above the memorial. Part number 3: Why the 1981 penny is valuable. Here's where things get really interesting. Most people think a penny is just 1 cent, but certain 1981 Lincoln pennies are worth hundreds, thousands, even up to $6,000 or more. And the reason is rarity, composition, condition, and mint errors. High-grade condition. If you have a 1981 penny in mint state MS condition, especially MS 65 or higher, it can fetch between $5 and $150. But that's just the beginning. Proof coins from San Francisco. The 1981 S-proof penny, especially those with the Type 2 clear S mint mark, are highly sought after. If you have one in PR 69 condition, it could be worth $300 to $600, and in ultra-high grades, even more. Rare era coins. Some 1981 pennies were struck with double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, which are extremely rare. One dramatic double die example can bring in $2,000 to $6,000 depending on severity and condition. These coins are literally treasures hiding in plain sight. Copper composition. Because the 1981 penny is made of 95% copper, it's worth more than face value just in metal content. At today's copper prices, even a worn 1981 penny is worth around 3 cents, but that's not the real gold mine. Part number 4: Market trends and current value. Now let's talk about the real market action. According to recent auction results and numismatic sales, a 1981 D penny in MS 67 red sold for $1,880. A 1981 S-Type 2 proof penny in PR70 deep cameo sold for a whopping $6,000. A 1981 penny with a major die clash error sold for over $3,200. And here's the kicker, values are rising. As more collectors enter the market and high-quality specimens become harder to find, the price is expected to keep climbing. So holding on to the right 1981 penny today might be your ticket to a future payday. Part number 5: How to spot a valuable 1981 penny. So how can you tell if your 1981 penny is rare or valuable? Here are the tips. 1. Check the mint mark. Look for a small S for San Francisco. These were proof coins and are far more valuable. 2. Examine the color. Collectors love red pennies. A bright, uncirculated red tone can mean top dollar. 3. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling, off-center strikes, or any unusual marks. 4. Weigh it. A 1981 copper penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. Any significant difference could indicate a transitional error. 5. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare piece, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Part number 6: Final thoughts. A penny that's priceless. The 1981 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a snapshot of American history, a symbol of changing economic times. And for some lucky collectors, a hidden fortune. Whether it's worth 3 cents or $6,000, it deserves more than a quick toss in the change jar. Check your pocket change, your coin jar, your junk drawer. Because the next time you look at a 1981 penny, you might just see a treasure in disguise. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the 1981 Liberty Lincoln penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover hidden coin treasures with us. Drop a comment below if you found a special 1981 penny. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching. And remember, your next great find could be just one coin away. Very important coin lovers, treasure hunters, and today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in modern US history, the 1982 D. Lincoln 1-cent Liberty penny. That's right, this isn't just any old penny. This little copper-colored coin might look ordinary, but it could be worth thousands, even up to $200,000 depending on its type and condition. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might have in your pocket, piggy bank, or tucked away in a drawer could be your ticket to a small fortune. So make sure to watch this video to the very end because I'll be revealing the shocking history behind the 1982 penny. What makes the 1982 D. Lincoln cent so special? How to spot a rare and valuable variety? And the current market value, including one that sold for over $18,000 at auction. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we drop exciting coin content every single week. Let's get started. Segment number 1: History of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. But something very interesting happened in 1982 that forever changed the legacy of the Lincoln cent. You see, prior to 1982, U.S. 1-cent coins were made primarily of 95% copper. But due to the rising cost of copper in the late 70s and early 80s, the U.S. Mint made a major decision. Starting in mid-1982, they began switching the composition of the penny to a cheaper material, zinc, with a thin copper coating. That means there are actually two types of 1982 pennies, copper and zinc, and to make things even more exciting, there are 7 known varieties of the 1982 cent. That's right, 7. Segment number 2: What makes the 1982 D special? Let's focus on the 1982 D penny. That D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities producing U.S. coins. Most 1982 D pennies are made of zinc. But in a twist that shocked collectors, at least one 1982 D penny made of copper slipped through the cracks and was released into circulation. This accidental rarity, a copper 1982D penny, is a true numismatic treasure. One example of this ultra-rare 1982D copper small-date penny sold for $18,000, and experts estimate that if another flawless specimen were found and authenticated, it could command over $200,000 at auction. This is what makes 1982D pennies so exciting. Most are common, but a rare few are worth a fortune. Segment number 3. How to tell if your 1982D penny is valuable. So how can you find out if your 1982D penny is worth something? Here are the key things to check. 1. Check the mint mark. If you see a small D under the year, you've got a Denver mint coin. That's the one we're interested in today. Point 2. Determine the metal composition. Use a precise gram scale. A copper penny will weigh 3.11 grams. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your 1982D penny weighs 3.11 grams, you might have struck gold, or in this case, copper. Point 3. Check for the date style, large date versus small date. The rare 1982D copper penny is the small date variety. The number 2 in the date should be level with the 1 and have a thin loop. Compare with examples online or use a loop to examine. If you have a 1982D small date copper penny, congratulations, you might be holding a 5 or even 6-figure coin. Segment number 4. Market value. What are these worth today? Let's talk numbers. A common 1982D zinc penny in circulated condition is generally only worth face value 1 cent. A 1982D zinc small date or large date in uncirculated condition can sell for $1 to $5, depending on grade. A 1982D copper penny, however, is where the magic happens. A known 1982D small date copper penny graded $58 Australian by PCGS sold for over $18,000. Experts believe that if a mint state MS65 or higher example were to surface, it could be valued upwards of $100,000 to $200,000. And here's the kicker: many experts believe more of these rare copper coins could still be out there. Maybe in old jars, rolls of pennies, or coin albums that haven't been checked for decades. That's why collectors are obsessively searching every 1982D penny they come across, and you should too. Segment number 5. Why this coin is so important to collectors. The 1982D penny is more than just a coin. It's a story. It represents a major transition in U.S. coinage, a rare minting era, and the chance for everyday people to discover real value in their pocket change. It's proof that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. And it reminds us that the world of coins is full of mystery, history, and untold stories. Segment number 6. How to sell or get your coin graded. If you think you found a rare 1982D copper penny, here's what you should do. 1. Don't clean the coin. This will reduce its value instantly. Point 2. Weigh it with a digital scale that measures in grams. Point 3. Compare it to known images of the small date variety. 4. Send it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Once graded, a rare variety can be sold at auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or listed with reputable dealers. So the next time you see a dirty old penny, take a second look, especially if it's from 1982 with a D mint mark. Because that 1 cent piece could be worth more than your car, your paycheck, or even your mortgage payment. The 1982D Lincoln 1 cent Liberty penny is a perfect example of how history, error, and scarcity can collide to create a numismatic masterpiece. Have you checked your coin collection lately? Do you have a jar full of old pennies waiting to be searched? Now's the time. You just might be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or exciting, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our next coin adventure. Drop a comment below if you've got a 1982D penny, or if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting, and may all your coins be valuable. Are you ready to discover the hidden treasure that could be sitting quietly in your coin jar or tucked away in an old drawer? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of one of America's most iconic coins, the 1993 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny. You heard that right. This ordinary-looking copper coin, often overlooked and casually spent without a second thought, could actually be worth thousands, yes, even up to $400,000 in rare cases. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the stories, secrets, and surprise values behind your everyday pocket change. If you're a collector, a coin enthusiast, or just curious if you might be holding on to a small fortune, you're going to want to stick around to the very end of this video. Because this is more than just a penny, this is a piece of American history, and in some rare cases, it's a golden ticket. Chapter number 1, the backstory. Let's start with a little bit of history. The 1993 Lincoln penny, officially called the Lincoln cent, is part of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin features the instantly recognizable profile of Lincoln on the obverse side. Designed by Victor David Brenner. By 1993, the Lincoln cent had been in circulation for over 80 years. But what makes the 1993 version special? Why is this particular year gaining so much attention in the collector's market? To answer that, we need to look deeper into the details, the mintage, and the errors that could turn a simple coin into a money-making masterpiece. Chapter number 2, design and composition. The 1993 Lincoln penny features the classic Lincoln portrait on the front with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1993 on the right. Depending on the mint location, you might see a small D for Denver or S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all, which means it was struck in Philadelphia. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo that was first introduced in 1959. Look closely, and you'll even see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, an incredible detail for such a small coin. As for its composition, the 1993 penny is primarily made of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change occurred back in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from solid copper to copper-plated zinc due to rising metal costs. But the composition isn't the only thing that affects its value. Oh no, the real treasure lies in the rarities and the errors. Chapter number 3, mintage and circulation. Let's talk numbers. The U.S. Mint produced billions, yes, billions of pennies in 1993. Philadelphia alone struck over 5.6 billion coins, and Denver added another 6.4 billion. That's a massive amount, which means most 1993 pennies are still only worth face value just 1 cent. But here's where things get interesting. Among those billions of coins, a small number contain mint errors, rare variations, or flawless conditions that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. These are the coins that can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions. Chapter number 4, valuable error coins. So what should you be looking for? The key to a valuable 1993 penny lies in its condition and errors. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die obverse. This means the front of the coin has been struck twice, creating a doubled image. Look closely at Lincoln's profile or the date. If you see doubling, you might be holding a jackpot. Off-center strikes if the design is not properly centered on the coin. Collectors go crazy for these kinds of errors. The more off-center, the more valuable it can be, especially if the date is still visible. Die cracks, small lines or bumps on the coin's surface caused by cracks in the die during minting. While they're not always worth a lot, some unique crack patterns can fetch impressive prices. Wrong planchet errors. This is when a penny is mistakenly struck on a blank meant for another coin denomination, like a dime. These are extremely rare and highly prized. Chapter number 5, coin grading and condition. Another critical factor in a penny's value is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70. If your 1993 penny is uncirculated, has no scratches, marks, or signs of wear, it could be considered mint state. Coins graded MS 65 or higher are especially desirable. Some 1993 pennies in perfect condition have sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Combine that with a rare error, and the price can soar. In one jaw-dropping case, a rare 1993 Lincoln penny with a combination of flawless condition and a dramatic mint error reportedly sold for over $400,000. That's right, $400,000 for a penny most people wouldn't think twice about. Chapter number 6, current market value. So what's the current market saying? On average, a circulated 1993 penny is still worth 1 cent. but an uncirculated one can go for anywhere from $5 to $50. Add in an error or high grading, and you're talking real money. Coins graded MS67 and above have sold at auctions for over $1,500. Double die or off-center errors can command prices from $100 to $5,000, depending on their uniqueness. And those extremely rare combinations, that's where we get into the six-figure territory. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for hidden gems, and the 1993 penny is quickly becoming a favorite. The demand is rising, and so are the values. Chapter number 7: What to look for at home. Now comes the fun part. Go check your coin jar. Look through your drawers, your old piggy banks, your grandparents' stash of change. You could be sitting on a 1993 Lincoln penny worth thousands and not even know it. Here's what to look for. Start with the year. Make sure it says 1993. Check for a mint mark. No mark means Philadelphia. D means Denver. Look for any oddities: doubling, misalignment, off-center images. Check the condition. Is it shiny, clean, uncirculated? Use a magnifying glass. Even small errors can mean big bucks. If you think you found something special, don't rush to spend it. Take it to a coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate its condition and authenticate it, which could increase its value dramatically. So there you have it, the full story behind the 1993 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny. From a coin worth 1 cent to a collector's dream worth hundreds of thousands, it just goes to show that sometimes the most valuable things are hiding in plain sight. Every coin tells a story. And some, like this one, tell a story that ends in a life-changing amount of money. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of coins and collectibles. And if you've got a 1993 penny, let us know in the comments. Who knows? You might be sitting on a gold mine. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Have you ever checked your loose change and wondered if one of your old pennies could be worth a fortune? Well, don't overlook that tiny copper coin just yet. Because today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and exciting world of the 1996 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny. Yes, that small 1-cent coin hiding in your drawer might be worth far more than its face value. Some rare versions of this coin have sold for thousands, and in today's market, they continue to rise in value. So grab your magnifying glass. Because this isn't just a penny, it's a piece of American history that might be hiding some very big secrets. Part number 1. The history of the Lincoln penny. Let's rewind time and go back to where it all began. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse or front of the coin has remained relatively unchanged over the years, showcasing the bust of Lincoln facing right, with the famous inscription "I in God We Trust" at the top, Liberty to the left, and the year of minting on the right. By 1996, the penny had become one of the most commonly used coins in the United States. But that doesn't mean every 1996 penny is ordinary. In fact, some of these coins have errors, varieties, and special mint conditions that can make them highly collectible and incredibly valuable. Part number 2. The 1996 1-cent penny. What makes it special? Now let's talk specifically about the 1996 Lincoln cent. This coin may look simple, but it carries a lot of historical significance. In 1996, these pennies were minted in large numbers across 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D mint mark, San Francisco S mint mark, mostly proof coins. While billions were produced that year, condition, mint location, and error varieties are what separate the valuable ones from pocket change. So, what should you be looking for? Part number 3. Valuable varieties and error coins. Not all pennies are created equal. Some of the most valuable 1996 pennies include: 1. 1996 double die obverse DDO. Some 1996 pennies were struck with doubling visible on the date, the word Liberty, or "I in God We Trust." These errors occurred during the minting process, and collectors go crazy for them. A sharp, well-defined double die can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. 2. Off-center strike. If the design is not centered and part of it is missing, that's a minting error. A 1996 penny with 10% 50% off center strike and full date visible can be worth between $50 and $500 or more. 3. Die cracks and cuds. Coins with visible die cracks or chunks of missing metal called cuds are also considered error coins. These usually happen when the dies used to strike coins are damaged or worn. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin. 4. 1996 proof penny. The San Francisco Mint produced high-quality proof versions of the 1996 penny. These were never meant for circulation and were included in collector sets. A flawless, mirror-like PR70 perfect grade 1996 penny can sell for upwards of $100 or more. 5. High-grade MS coins. Uncirculated coins graded MS66, MS67, or even MS68 by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are extremely rare. These coins have sharp detail, no scratches, and original mint luster. A 1996 penny graded MS68 red once sold for nearly $3,000. Part number 4. Coin grading and why it matters. Grading is everything in the world of coin collecting. A regular worn penny from your pocket might only be worth 1 cent, but that same coin in mint state could be worth hundreds, or even thousands. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale. MS60, MS63, mint state with minor flaws. MS64, MS65, very nice condition, good luster. MS66, MS67, excellent quality, almost flawless. MS68, MS70, extremely rare perfection. Collectors and investors always look for higher grades, and prices skyrocket when you reach the upper levels. Part number 5. Market value and record sales. Let's get to the big question. How much is the 1996 penny really worth today? Circulated condition, just 1 cent. Uncirculated MS65 red, $5 to $15. MS67 red, $50 to $150. MS68 red rare, over $3,000. Double die or major error coin, $100 to over $5,000 depending on the type and condition. Yes, you heard that right, some rare 1996 pennies are selling for over $3,000 in today's market. So next time you go through your change jar, keep your eyes peeled for shiny, uncirculated pennies or those with unique features. You could be holding a mini fortune. Part number 6. Tips for collectors and beginners. If you're new to coin collecting, here are a few tips to help you get started. 1. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect your coins closely. 2. Store your coins in acid-free holders or coin flips to protect them. 3. Never clean your coins. Cleaning can actually reduce their value. 4. Consider getting high-quality coins professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. 5. Check online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections to see recent sale prices. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a way to own a tangible piece of history and maybe even make a profit. The 1996 1-cent Liberty Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin at first glance, but under the right conditions, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just stumbled across an old coin in their couch cushions, keep your eyes open. Because that one little penny might just change your life. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on hidden coin treasures. Share this with friends or family who might be sitting on rare coins without even knowing it. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, and may your next penny be a jackpot.